Welcome back to the Murdy Creative Co podcast. I'm your host, Kyle and Murdy, and today's topic is Christmas in July. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who's supported the company so far. If you haven't got a chance, go check us out on the web at murdycreative.co. That's M-U-R-D-Y creative.co. Or you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching at murdycreative.co to see the best of our product shots. Follow us, you're up to date with our daily photos, be the first one to know about new product launches. You can also use the subscribe button at the bottom of our website to be included in all of our new product announcements. Be sure to check out our laser engraving, personalization options, and exclusive colors on the website, or you can get a blank one on Amazon Prime. Also, if you haven't already joined our Discord server, please go check out our Discord server. The link is in the top of the description. You click on that, you'll be able to join the server. In the server, we talk about all sorts of things. In fact, the server was where we first discovered our problem for the Bogo Sale this morning. Furthermore, I do a lot of backstage. I do a lot of behind the scenes. I do a lot of new products that we may or may not launch on the Discover there or the Discord there, excuse me. So if you want to be part of that, that really does help. That community is a huge part of us being able to identify and find good ideas. And we appreciate everyone who's joined the server already. So go check that out. All right, so today we're talking about our Bogo sale. We are doing a buy one, get one sale, our Christmas in July sale. In fact, it is the same discount that we do at Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and it is the best deal that we do all year. More importantly, and I forgot to mention this because, well, I didn't really forget. It just didn't seem like the right time to bring this up. This sale right now is going to be better than the sale that you will have Black Friday and Cyber Monday of this year. And here's why. Between now and Christmas, we have to do a price increase. I don't exactly know when, and it has to happen probably soon, unfortunately. We have seen a huge spike in our prices, and it's continuing to go up. So, I know I've talked about it a lot, and I know many of you have been thinking to yourself, but no, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen soon. So, the discount that you're getting, the deal that you're getting right now on the Bogo sale is the best deal you will get from this point forward. Any deal after this, even if it's the same deal, will be on higher priced products. So, don't wait, get your products now. Especially if you want to do your Christmas shopping now. You can get that all out of the way. That's a big part of it. Now, the Bogo sale, for those of you who are curious, is buy one, get the second one 25% off. Buy two, get the third one 50% off. And buy three, get the fourth item free. It does not apply to add name engraving, the additional name engraving, and it does not apply to refills, but everything else it applies to. And it is, like last time, it is always funny to see the number of people that don't fully understand exactly the Bogo system, right? Because it's buy one, get another one. It's not buy one, get that one. So it's an ongoing topic. But that being said, you may ask yourself, well, why are we doing this now? And the short answer is I've talked over the last couple of podcast episodes how we are strapped for cash and short on cash. And we need a cash infusion. Bad. Now, here's, I think, a bigger issue with the company in general. And I was looking through the numbers last night and the night before and the night before, and it just seems for the last couple of weeks I've been looking at the numbers really hard. And here's the short answer. For the last 12 months, we have lost money. Not every month, but most months. And like Christmas, November and December last year, we did make money. But like other than that, we've lost money pretty consistently. Now, a big part of that is fundamentally that we are spending too much on marketing, too much on the raw materials, and too much on our fixed costs for the amount of sales that we're making, as far as dollars go. Now, there's two ways to fix that equation. You either raise the price of your products, which we're going to have to do anyway, to get the sale numbers, the dollar number of sales up, or you've got to significantly cut costs, and we're also going to have to do that. Now, I am absolutely against the idea of getting rid of any staff. We have worked very hard to find extraordinarily talented people, and we've trained them up well. And that is the absolute last thing that I want to do. So we've got to figure out a way to cut costs. Well, as I just said, the cost of our raw materials has continued to go up and up and up. And that makes it makes cutting costs very challenging. So we've got to figure out ways to optimize the product. Now, switching what we did with the bolts, that was a first step in cutting costs, and I'm hoping that we can find similar ideas and similar ways to cut costs out of the product. We also have to cut our fixed costs, and that I don't exactly know what that entails right now. I know that we spend a lot of money on a lot of different things, and I need to get that under control because I think there are areas where if we can cut 10% out of our costs, if we can cut 10% out of our costs across the board, and we can do a little bit less marketing, and we can do a little bit more sales, we'll be in good shape. Because here's where the math plays out, and here's why we're in this position. Back in the beginning of April, we had $100,000 in line of credit debt. We had another $20,000, $15,000 in Discover Card debt. And we were looking at about $30,000-ish of additional like net 30 vendor terms credit debt that was like our vendors giving us time to pay. So we had about $150,000 total in debt. We borrowed the money from Shopify and paid off a big portion of the line of credit with that debt. We were expecting the line of credit to get extended to $150,000, which would cover all of the debt at the time. And the idea was Shopify is going to take 17% of our daily sales, and we are going to take the 17% out of our line of credit to compensate for that. And if we break even for 6 months, we'll still be fine because we'll basically end those 6 months exactly at the same place. I think the problem came into the fact that obviously the line of credit didn't get extended yet. And so we've been pulling the 17% and actually more than the 17% out of our line of credit every day to compensate for the Shopify money, as well as some other things, right? We have not been profitable despite that. We haven't necessarily been broke even during that time. And so we burned through our line of credit. Now, we should have, if the plan had continued the way it was supposed to, we should have another $50,000 of runway. But we don't. And what's going to end up happening is over the course of the next 3 months, Shopify will continue to take the money out of our sales. 17% every day. And that means that we as a company have to go from being break even and or losing money to 17% profitable every day, like clockwork, for the next 3 months. Or we run out of cash. Or the line of credit has to get extended. But I've been saying that for months, and it hasn't happened, so I can't count on that anymore. Realistically, we need to be profitable anyway. It's one thing to run not profitable for a little while, and it's a lot easier to run not profitable when you have some money in the bank to kind of eat through. But we are in a position where we can no longer not run profitably. We have to make profit, otherwise we will not continue to exist. And that is a challenging thing for me because I know that that's going to involve some sacrifices in some way or another. There are things I will not sacrifice. I will not sacrifice the quality of the product that we make. I will not sacrifice employees. And like I said, that's absolutely important to me. And I'm not going to sacrifice the company. Now, we need to get this sorted out, and it's going to be complicated. Nothing's ever simple. And it's going to be challenging, I think, when we talk about emotionally and mentally, because we're going to have to sacrifice some things. We're going to have to sacrifice some of our plans. Because, for example, launching new products, not always profitable. Not often profitable, at least not in the beginning. And to do that, we need liquid cash, and we don't have liquid cash. Now, my hope is this Christmas and July sale, I'm hoping that a lot of people take advantage of it. I hope a lot of people realize it. And I understand that a big part of that is me marketing it well. A lot of that is getting people to know about it. And we got to keep doing that. We got to keep hammering on the marketing, getting people aware, because there's a lot of people who aren't going to know, and we need them to know about the Bogo sale because we need them to take advantage of that. Because that cash infusion that's going to come from that sale, that's going to be really, really critical for us in the daily operations for the next 2 weeks, basically. That's going to be the little bit of money that's going to come from that's extra is going to be the money that we say, okay, how do we keep going? And we will. We have to. But how is the key. And we've got to get profitable. Now, here's the thing. If we can pull this off, and I think we can, if we can pull this off and we can get the company to 17% profitability for the next 3 months, which are usually very slow 3 months for us. If we can pull that off, I think the bankers are going to give us what we want. Now, the problem is we need the bankers to give us what we want now, but in the off chance that they don't, we have to be 17% profitable, because if we can prove that we can be profitable during our slow months, during the months that we don't normally do well, sales-wise, that is going to be a huge statement of capability I think both internally for our team, but also externally for investors. And by investors, I mostly mean bankers. Because we want them to say the company can be profitable even when it's down. But we would rather the company have a little extra money, not be profitable and grow, if the company can at the same time be profitable when it needs to be. That's a statement that I think is a really good statement, right? Because the argument is this, is the bankers say, we want to give you money so that you can grow, but only if we're going to get paid back, which, it's like, fair enough, right? And the bankers are relatively risk averse, right? The bankers basically say the way banks work is they get their money pretty much always. In one form or another, they make their money back. Which is terrifying because one of the things that's on the table right now as collateralization for the loan, for the line of credit, is our house. And I really am against the idea of using our house as collateralization. I'm really against the idea of using our house because the last thing I want is to have the company go under, us have to liquidate everything, pay back as much as we can, and in the end, not only do I lose my job, I lose my dream, I lose my house. That is even I, who am I'm relatively risky in my decision making, even I look at that and go, that might not be worth it. And it's hard, and that's the position I'm in. But we will figure this out. We always have, and we will. There is a solution out there. I've just got to figure out what it is. And for those of you who have been supporters of the company up until this point, I know that now is a difficult time for a lot of people. I understand that. And I know that it's not going to get easier. For those of you who are able to help, those of you who are able to buy a product, to support the company, to get your Christmas presents early, now is the time to do it. It really is a huge piece of the puzzle for us. Because Christmas time, we normally do pretty well. It's now that we really struggle. And that's why we're doing the Christmas in July sale. And frankly, by the way, that's, if in case you're curious, that's why a lot of businesses do Christmas in July. Because we have created a cycle in this country where people spend an enormous amount of money at Christmas time and not a lot of money necessarily the rest of the year. And if you're a business owner without a lot of good liquidity and capital to work, it's very, very challenging to balance that, to square that circle. So I know we'll get through this. We have to get through this. We will figure it out. There's a lot of new exciting things that I want to do. The trick is how many of them can we do without increasing our costs? And that's more tricky because everything costs money. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in today. Be sure to check back in next week, Tuesday, for that next topic. And don't forget to check that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to get notified when we get our latest podcast out there. If you have any questions or concerns about leather binder, journal, folio, accessory, sleeve, anything else we sell, please do feel free to contact us on the main page of our website at murdycreative.co, or you can contact us via our Instagram and Facebook. You can text, email, call, direct message, all the usuals. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible, but we do appreciate your patience. If you want to get a hold of us as well, you can check out our Discord server. We're actually in the Discord server a lot, and we do a lot of discussions there with both our community and with just ourselves talking about things. So you can check that out. It is the link at the top of the description is our Discord link. Go join our Discord server and let us know what you think about ideas. If you have a quick question or you want to place an order over the phone, please do feel free to call us at 414-434-9001. We're available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time. You can also text us at that number as well, 414-434-9001. If for whatever reason you don't get a hold of us either during business hours or after hours, please do feel free to leave us a voicemail. If you're calling about a specific order, please include the order number in that voicemail. It should start with the letter S and then be followed by a series of digits. That does help us identify who we're talking to and what we're talking about. If you think we deserve it, a good review can go a long way to help us grow our new community. Both a review on the podcast app on whatever you're listening on, as well as a review on the product itself if you have one. If you go to murdycreative.co/reviews, you can read all of our amazing 5-star reviews. There's a button there that says leave us a good review. If you take that button, it'll take you to Google. You can leave a review on Google. I know there's not very many there right now. We're working on improving that. We did all of our reviews on Facebook for a really long time, but as a big part of our SEO transition to try to improve our Google search result positioning, we've noticed that the Google reviews are actually an important part of that. So we are working on transitioning all of our Facebook reviews to Google, but in the meantime, please do leave your review on Google itself. If for whatever reason you leave us a bad review, there is another button that says get directly in contact with us. It is deeply important to me personally that everyone has a good experience with both the company and with the product. If you have any issues whatsoever with your product, anything at all, please give us an opportunity to make things right. You can call us, text us, leave us a message, send us a picture. We will do anything in our power, including recrafting, refunding. We will take care of you. Please give us an opportunity to do so, though, before you leave us a bad review. Word of mouth is the best form of advertising, so please tell your friends about the company. If you want to get a little something for doing that, feel free to go check out our website. On the website, there's a little person icon at the top. You click on that, you log in, you create a profile. Once you've created that profile, you go to the bottom left-hand corner of the main page of the website, and you click on the little rewards button. That button will pop open a tab. You'll be able to see all of the rewards points you've earned in that place called Creative Cash. That Creative Cash is actually 10% back on any purchase you make, and you get that as 10% off as in-store credit that you can spend on anything else. So for every $1 you spend, you get 1 penny back, and 10 cents back, So it's a great way to get a little something for helping us out, and we want to reward you for supporting the company and coming back to support us again. In that same rewards panel, though, there's a shareable link. When you share that link with your family and friends, they get $10 off their purchase, and you get $10 of in-store credit when they make that purchase. So it's a great way to share the company and helps us and helps them and helps you. So go check that out. Join our rewards program and definitely take part in that. If you have any podcast topics you want to hear more about, send them my way. I'm always happy to talk about just about anything I can. Feel free to reach out to us in the Discord server if you want to talk through podcast topics. Otherwise, you can leave it in the comments below or send us an email if you're listening on the podcast apps. If you're looking for multiple binders for gifts, giveaways, menus, really any reason, ask about our bulk discounts. We have them built directly into the cart, so you actually technically don't need to ask about them. You can just mix and match to your heart's desire. It applies to everything we have in our store. You can mix anything you want together. The bulk discounts are based purely on the total cart quantity. So you can add everything to your cart, hit checkout. It'll automatically apply the appropriate discount for that quantity, and you can go from there. If for whatever reason you want to know more about what those tiers are, what the discounts numbers are, feel free to send us an email, sales@murdycreative.co, and we'd be happy to talk you through the numbers themselves. If you're looking for a custom engraved item, we have no minimum order quantities and no setup fees. It's a simple flat fee, normally about $15. It can go up and down depending on the size, the complexity. But you can go use the personalizer on all of our products except the composition cut and some of our accessories and the sleeves. We're still working on getting those in the customizer. If you want any of those products, send us an email, sales@murdycreative.co. Ask about the custom order and specifically about those. We can create a custom mock-up for you as well as an order link for you to use to check out with that custom item. For everything else, you can just go to the product page itself for the item you want and click the Add Custom Logo button. It's going to take you to the custom version of that product. And then when you launch the customizer from there, you can upload logos, you can add text, you can rearrange, reorganize, put things how you want, and click Add to Cart. Once you click that Add to Cart and you check out, that design that you created is tagged right in our back end to that product and that order. So when we go to pull up that order to make that order, we can just pull up your design. We don't need to do any editing or changing, and we can recreate it exactly as you created it. So it's a great way to check that out, the customizer. No minimum order quantities. You can just get one and no setup fees. It's just a simple flat fee, normally $15, and that is pre-bulk discount. So if you're going to get a whole bunch for your company or your friends or whatever, I can go down from there as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and goodbye.